Welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing to this YouTube channel. Welcome once again. Here is a headline for today. Yoruba Nation takes new turn ride on horse during Ijebu Parapor mega rally at Ogun State. So we know that they have been doing some rallies in Nigeria. The Yorubas have been doing rallies all over Yoruba land, and they have been coming out to create an awareness for those Yorubas that still don't know that the Yoruba Nation is coming up, and there's a declaration that will be coming up soon. They are coming out to do the awareness, and not just in Nigeria but all over the world where you can find a Yoruba man. There are a lot of rallies, and these rallies are like pre-rally of the mega rally that will be coming up, and it has been announced by Professor Banji Akintoye and Chief Sunday Igboho that this mega rally will take more than 3 days, and they'll walk all over Lagos, and those abroad will join them, but they'll be doing their own there at the same time Yorubas in Nigeria are doing theirs. So we have been bringing you updates on all the rallies that have been going on in Yoruba land, and this one is about the one that happened in Ijebu Parapor, Ogun State. So normally when they do this kind of rallies, they interview people on the streets, people that are joining the rallies. They interview them. How do you feel about this rally? How do you feel about Yoruba Nation? What's your take on it? So they ask them questions, and this is what I will pass on to us, what people really feel about Yoruba Nation, what they really feel about what they are facing in Yoruba land and in Nigeria. So before I give you all the full details, don't forget to like this video channel, and for those who have not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Click on the word button, subscribe to get more of this news. Now here's the full details of the news for today. So they gave the mic to two different people, a woman and a man driving bike and the woman just walking on the streets. So the woman said that politicians are the same. She was asked that, so do you think that if Nigerians didn't go out and vote in 2023 for their candidate, do you feel that things will change? Will it still be the same, or will there be a difference? Because where things are going on now, if any good person wins this election, that means to be like the time of Abiola, that they would not want to allow the person to come on seat. And some Yorubas also want to have sense. They still feel that they need to vote again. So what's your take on this one before I continue? Do you feel as if we should give Nigeria a second chance and go and vote come 2023 general elections, or we should just leave like this year? A woman said something some time ago. She said that if Yorubas make the mistake of they're being persuaded to go and vote in 2023, that means this independence they are all clamoring for will be cancelled. They will have to wait for another 8 years before they'll be able to gain their independence. And nobody wants to suffer another 8 years again in this Nigeria. Do you still want to continue the suffering? So he said if Tinubu is even given a chance, Tinubu is like them. Like Tinubu is same thing like this, but he's not different from those politicians. That unless God touches their heart, those politicians, they would never change, and they'll still be the same. There will not be any difference. She said, but if Nigeria can be divided, Yorubas go their way, Igbos go their way, Hausas go their way, then it will be good. Let everyone go and bear their father's name, please. This idea of having everybody together is not compatible. They are not compatible at all. Why would the Fulanis be killing their own brothers? There's people that they claim to be their own brothers. Why would they be killing them? They claim they have one Nigeria, but some certain people in this country still kill their fellow people. Doesn't make sense, does it? She said Yorubas will not suffer again when they leave Nigeria, because Yorubas have everything they need to survive. She said the Yorubas will never lack any good thing if they leave Nigeria. Because some people are saying that, if Yorubas leave Nigeria, what would they eat? What would they do? She said the Yorubas will never lack, because they have farmlands, they have land. They will never lack. They have mineral resources. They will never lack if they leave Nigeria. So for those putting those kind of fear in people, they should stop. He said, we still suffer Even the fact that we have mineral resources just in Yoruba land, let's not include the Igbos and the Fulanis, we still suffer. Now, why will the children of the meat seller eat bones? Nigeria is one of the wealthiest countries in the world. It's just that we have bad governments that cannot be able to manage resources well. They now still collect debts on top of Nigerians. So that's just because we have everything we take to be a good country, but we don't have good government. That is why the Yoruba leaders are promising a good government to the Yoruba people if they leave Nigeria. And she prayed lastly that for those putting Yorubas in suffering, putting them in bondage, that God will visit them specially. Amen to that. So the second person that was given the microphone that was asked some few questions, his name is Segun Olatunji. He's from Ondo State and works as a bike man in Ijebu-Ode. So he was passing by when the rally was going on in Ijebu-Ode that day, and he was asked some few questions. He said if God can rescue Yorubas from Nigeria, then it will be wonderful, because the suffering is now getting too much. They've now fallen from fire ban to fire. It is getting too much, and everybody can testify to that the suffering in Nigeria, but I don't pass Gario. He said because some countries of the world that are not as big or as wealthy as Nigeria, they're not up to Nigeria. So African countries, they are enjoying than Nigerians. They are living fine. Look at Benin Republic. Look at Ghana. They are living fine. They have light, uninterrupted light. He said we cannot celebrate 5 days of uninterrupted light in Nigeria. Never. I don't know, maybe in your own parts where you stay. I don't know. But in Lagos where I stay, Ajaxes, there is no light. And when God touches their heart to bring light, they'll bring it in night when you're sleeping, and before you wake up, they take the light. But in Ghana, I think there's this country that he said that Nigeria gives light to. And Nigeria was one that gave them light. They have uninterrupted light. They don't take light. They won't be one that they take the light. They will apologize on news that we need to do some things on the cable or something like that before they will take the light, or after they've taken the light. But Nigeria, what is going on? He said graduates are driving bikes. Like, because they come out of school after many years in school, after all the money they've wasted for handout and everything. They come out and no jobs. But those governors, those presidents, their children are abroad. Before they even come out of school, they have jobs waiting for them. Sometimes they don't even need to work. Money is already stashed in their account. Why Nigerian graduates, they drive keke, they drive bikes to fend for themselves, fend for their families. For the mothers that have sold their wrappers to send them to school, they come back and they don't have job to take care of those grandmas. They have to go and be driving bike and keke because they don't want to steal. What is going on? The man said, Segun Olatunji said he is a graduate, but there's no job. That's why he just started driving bike in Ijebu-Ode. Can you imagine? He said, let's leave Nigeria. When we leave Nigeria, we will know if it has been Nigerian government that has been putting us in suffering, or Yoruba leaders. So what do you feel about this rally that happened in Ijebu-Ode Park? What do you feel about what these two people said, this woman and this Okada rider, Segun Olatunji? I feel so concerned. I feel so sad. My heart is bleeding for Yoruba people. Not just for Yoruba, for Nigerians especially. So do not forget to like this video, and also do not forget to comment, please. I want to hear your reactions to the information I just passed to you. Let me hear this in the comment section, and also don't forget to subscribe. For those our newcomers that subscribing for the first time, thank you so much for subscribing, and for those returning subscribers, thank you so much for trusting us to bring you latest updates on Yoruba Nation. Don't also forget to click on the notification button to get notified whenever I bring you latest news about Yoruba Nation. Thank you. Bye-bye.